Is my grandpa secretly Commissioner Gordon? What burger of the day do I want to eat today? How does Ben Grimm have children? How is Hope gonna get herself out of this one? Let's have a conversation.
Hello, welcome to Conversations with the Goob. That's me, so let's have a conversation. Next week's video is going to be an unboxing, but other than that one, the next 3 videos, so not counting that one, so 4 videos, but not counting the next week's, so 3, they're all kind of connected. You'll kind of understand more when you actually finish watching the 3rd one, but they're all good apart from each other, but they all have a little bit in connection with them. Mostly, I got a lot of inspiration from this other famous YouTuber called Alex Clark. I'm going to link his video that gave me the inspiration down below. It's called I Dated My Babysitter, or Dating My Babysitter, something like that. And in it, he talks about his relationship with it was actually his sister's babysitter, but he also dated her. She was a year older than him. Anyways, you should watch it. It's down below. But it gave me the inspiration. Mostly it was the very last line of his video that really resonated with me. And it gave me the idea to do these. This week's conversation is communication in relationships. Now, I know everyone tells you got to communicate when you're in a relationship, and maybe you already think you do. But I just wanted to share a couple moments from my past where I ruined a relationship because I didn't have good communication. And I'm hoping maybe if you're not already, I'm married, I'm happily married, and it's those relationships helped me to grow, helped me to learn who I am, but at the same time, I'm kind of hoping to maybe keep other people from falling into those same mistakes, or just thought it'd be fun to share my story. So when I moved to Pennsylvania, I was 14, met my very first girlfriend. I'm just going to call her Purple, so there's no names. We started dating quite a few months we were together. I think it was like maybe only 3, but 14, that's a long time. She started wanting me to go a step further. Not sex, but like fooling around, naked parts, and I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't comfortable with it, and she wasn't really pressuring me. She only asked me like twice, but she was kind of like, she was wanting me to, and it was getting to me. So my mom comes in and she sees me like in deep thought, or maybe I asked her for advice or something. I'm not even sure how this came about, but I told my mom, I said, oh yeah, my girlfriend wants me to go further than I'm ready to, and I don't know how to get her to stop asking, or something like that. She gave me the worst advice ever. Now, I'm thinking her thought is, oh my God, because I was so vague about it, oh my God, my baby's being pressured to have sex. I don't want him to have sex. So her advice was, break up with her. Just break up with her. Just dump her. Get it over with. Don't look back. Don't talk to her. Just dump her and get away from her. Bad advice. I know she didn't want her little boy to be growing up, but like, her advice should have been, talk to her. Because the thing is, I have no idea what would have happened if I just told her, if I told Purple, hey, I'm not feeling comfortable with this, I'm not ready to go that far yet. She probably would have understood. But instead, I flat out dumped her, never told her why. So now she doesn't even know why I'm dumping her. She's like crying in my yard and making a scene. All my fault, because I didn't communicate with her. And, I mean, it is what it is, but it's just, that was the worst advice ever. And I don't know if other parents give that kind of advice, but it's like, I know she didn't want me to have sex, but that was not good advice. So that's one moment where I ruined a relationship because of lack of communication. Another one is actually one of my big loves of my life, and I'll go into that in the last video where I'm going to talk about this theory of the 3 loves. so I'll go more detail into Three Loves then, but I had great chemistry with this girl. I had just gotten out of a bad breakup with my first love and was not dealing with it in the healthiest way. And I met her and we just connected. We would talk on the phone for hours. It was great. And I was ready to actually commit to another relationship, where at the time I was like trying to be a playboy, hooking up, dating girls left and right, not having any feelings about it. But I had plans to go to our rival school's homecoming with this other girl from that school. I'm going to call my second love Blue. Blue went to my school, and we had plans to go to our homecoming, which was a week after the rival school's homecoming. So at this point, I decided I'm going to do that last date, because it was 2 days away. You never break up with a girl 2 days before homecoming. It's not right. And I didn't want to go and have a girlfriend, which is, I guess, like the second option. So I'm hanging out with Blue outside of our job. She worked, I didn't work, and I'm hanging out with her before she had to go to work. And she looks up at me and says, "Can I be your girlfriend?" And instead of telling her, what was going on, I just mumbled and left. And I said no and left. No communication. And then weeks later, I think it was a month or so later, I find out not only was, one, she was still planning on going to homecoming with me, because after that whole encounter where I left her crying in the parking lot, I didn't think she wanted to see me again, so I didn't even talk to her about homecoming. But two, if I had actually told her what was going on, she would have completely understood and not had been heartbroken. So I broke her heart, and even though we continued to talk and we wanted to try things again, and it just never worked out because I broke her heart, because of lack of communication. And that was I love Blue, and I still do. I haven't spoken to her in years, but there's still that part of my heart that she has. But I ruined things because, again, lack of communication. You gotta communicate, even though you might think that's gonna hurt her. I thought telling her I have another date would hurt her, even though she knew that I was dating around. So why did I think that would have hurt her, when just flat out saying no and walking away from her is what hurt her? So I guess I just giving you some advice from an old married man. Communicate with people. Just tell them what you're feeling. Tell them what's going on. Don't leave someone hanging, especially if you do want to break up with someone and you have a legit reason. Tell them, even if the legit reason is, I just realized that we're not meant to be, like we're not clicking, there's no chemistry, it just isn't working out. If that's the reason, that's the reason. That's better than just, I'm dumping you and walking away and not letting them know why. So I thought maybe you guys have some moments like this you might want to share. Leave that down in the comments if you want to. Times that you know that communication is something, either they hurt you with lack of communication or you hurt them with lack of communication. Just thought it might be something to chat about. But as always, you don't need to have superpowers to be a hero.